Om Janmadhyasya Yatonvayaditarata Charthesha Vidnaswarat Tene Brahmaridaya Adi Kavaye Muyanti Yat Suraya Tejo Vari Mrudam Yatha Vinimayo Yatra Trisargo Mrusha Dhamna Svena Sada Nirasta Kuakam Satyam Param Dhimahi. In the third canto of Srimad Bhagavata Mahapurana, we are reading the 15th chapter and we are read up to Shloka 18. The context is a little elongated. One, Diti, one of the daughters of Daksha and wife of sage Kashyapa, became stricken with lust in the evening, and in spite of Kashyapa pleading with her to postpone that moment, she forced him to have sex in the evening. And afterwards, she became afraid, she repented, and Kashyapa consoled her, saying that it will be killed, or your twin sons will be born and they will be killed by Vishnu, Lord himself. She was pleased at that. Now that which is growing in Diti's womb has so much radiance and power because of Kashyapa's power, and radiance also belongs to Kashyapa, and that radiance grew so much that the radiance of all gods became like dark. And because that became like dark, people could not properly judge day and night, and they all started committing sin. Seeing this, the gods approached Brahma and told him these facts and requested him to do something to rectify this. Brahma had a loud laugh. He knew that two demons will be born, and he knew that this is the temporary phase when the Lord of Vaikuntha will be born again to destroy these two demons. Then the problem will go away. Now, while this Brahma is describing to gods that Lord is the Lord of Vaikuntha, and at that point he started describing the glory of Vaikuntha place and of the inhabitants of Vaikuntha also. That context is going on. So in 18th shloka, we read that the bees of Vaikuntha were humming so strongly that the combined sound of all other birds was drowned in that bees humming. Now, similar thing is telling now in the 19th shloka, Mandara Kunda Kuravotpala Champaka Arna Punnaga Naga Bakula Ambuja Parijataha Gandherchite Tulasika Bharnena Tasya Yasmin Tapam Sumanaso Bhoma Nayanti. Along with that, glory of the Lord also, and things associated with the Lord. Tulasika Gandhena Gandhe Archite Sati Yasmin Vane Now the Lord is decorated with the fragrance of Tulasi fragrance. This Bhagavata generally repeats a word. When Tulasi's fragrance is used as fragrance in Lord's worship, then in the Vaikuntha forest, these flowers, Mandara, Kunda, Kurava, Utpala, Champaka, Arna, Punnaga, Bakula, Ambuja, Parijata, Sumanasa. These all flowers. Sumanasa means flowers. Tasya tapa bhumanayanti. Oh, not flower, no? Tasya, strilinga. Then they think that Tulasi's honor is really great than us. That is the shloka. When Tulasi's fragrance is used as fragrance in the worship of Hari, then all these other flowers think that Tulasi's luck, fortune, or honor given to Tulasi is much greater than what we get. Now, if you want the names in English, I can tell some of them. What is the need, I would say? When all their fragrance is drowned, so we need not worry about their names in English. You can find out yourself by dictionary. Two names specially. Sridhar Swami has explained, Utpala is the lotus which blooms in night, and Ambuja is also a lotus which blooms in the day.
And what is Champaka?
Champaka is what you call Champa.
Champa.
Huh?
Champa food. Champa.
All varieties you may include. Golden Chapa, green Chapa.
There is a song now, Champaka Anguli Karuna Parashe.
And Golancha. All that is Chapa only. Sridhar has added something that they are not jealous. They are praising one of them, Tulsi. They are honoring Tulsi not out of jealousy, but out of respect for Tulsi. Okay. I'm not telling their English names. Yet, but you should find out to get the meaning. I request the hearers to use the dictionary to find out the English equivalents of so many flowers growing in Vaikuntha forest. Yat sankulam haripada natimatra drushtair vaidurya marakata hemamayer vimanai yesham bruhat katitatam Smita Shobhimukhya Krishnatmanam na Raja Adadhur Usmayadei. Bhagavad uses a trick. Again and again he brings the female beauty to, I may say, color their description. In various forms, he will say the sages are not affected by, then why are you describing that? But that is the Bhagavata style. So here he says, Haripadanatai matra drishtai. That is, so Vaikuntha is not filled up with only devotees. Haripada nati matra drishtaihe na. So Haripada pada nati, going down to Hari's pada. Matra, only. Drishtai, vision created by that. That means devotees. But Vaidurya, Marakatamani, and golden flying vehicles, that Vaikuntha is filled with. Vaikuntha is not only filled with Hari's devotees, but also with these jewels. ये देख लेकर क्या चीज है मैंने. So three things are mentioned. We can get the meanings here. Famous things are there. Vaidurya, stone. Gemstone, Vaidurya, gemstone believed to improve perception, enhance creativity, and bring luck, particularly for those affected by Ketu's negative influences. Cat's eye. Literal meaning will be cat's eye and refers to a type of precious stone used in ancient India. So that is Vaidurya. And Marakatamani, refers to the green gemstone known as an emerald in English and also called Panna in Hindi, and Haramani or Pachu stone in other languages. Pachu in Tamil is green. So everywhere it is referred to as green gemstone. And in English, the name is emerald. So we got this clear. And the third is only gold. So these things also are filled in Vaikuntha. Vimanai Maye Vaidurya Marakata Hema Maye Vimanai Yatsankulam. So there are flying vehicles, airplanes, and airplanes are made from these in Vaikuntha.
What is मई?
हाँ?
मई का मतलब?
किसका मतलब?
मई.
मई means made of, filled with. So airplanes made of Vaidurya Marakata and Hema, they crowd there, Yatra Sankulam. So in Vaikuntha there is a crowd of airplanes made of costly gems and gold.
Here it is Tat Sankulam. In Bengali it is Tat Sankulam. Tat.
Does not change. Yat Sankulam here. Yat Sankulam. Yat means there. Where? Okay. Then second line, Yesham Krishnat Manam Bruhat Katitata Smita Shobhi Mukhya Usmayadei Raja Na Adadu. The going back to those devotees in Vaikuntha. Those devotees, the minds of those devotees do not produce any dirt, raja, mala. Though the heavenly names, apsaras, they try. And their description is with big buttocks. And face beautified by their smile. They have big buttocks and their faces are decorated with their beautiful smiles. Those female beauties and their laugh and jokes. By these things, the devotees' minds do not entertain any rajagun, any deformation. So partly the description of those devotees and partly telling that Vaikuntha does not only have these devotees, but it has the airplanes, and also Vaikuntha has these ladies. But those ladies do not make the bhakta's minds deviate from their path. Okay? Next. So now, description of those ladies further. Shri Rupini Kvanayati Charanaravindam Leelambujena Harisadmani Mukta Dosha Samlakshate Svatika Kudya Upeta Hemni Sammarjitya Iva Sammarjati Iva Yad Anugrahene Anya Yatnaha Yad syntax Yad Anugrahene Anya Yatna Tadrishi. Anya means gods. Anya means gods. This is what the devotees of Vaikuntha, they are not disturbed. But there are other gods who are Yad Anugrahane to get their attraction, to attract them, get their grace. Gods always are having effort. Gods are always busy doing something to draw their attention and get their grace of those ladies. Tadrishi, like that, Shri Rupini, of the beauty of Lakshmi herself. Harisadmani, in the abode of Hari. Mukta dosha, their normal fault is that they are restless. But in Hari's house, they give up their fault and stay without restlessness. And yet something is described. When they Charnarvindam Panayati, the anklets in their leg, feet, they make sound. The ladies make sound of the anklets of their feet. Panayati, Lila Mujena, and Sridhar has suggested another meaning of Mukta dosha. He says one meaning can be that they are not restless. Other meaning, dosha means hand. So the other meaning may be they have freed their hands as if to embrace the others. That is Mukta dosha.
Dosha
Now,
means hands.
And Harisadmani, house of Hari. What is this Leela Kamal? Lilambujam Brahmayanti. What is that? Oh, Leela Kamal ko घुमाती है. That is not translated. Are they of the form of lotus? When they move, their sport lotus. That is the literal translation. When they move round, their sport lotus. That is the literal translation. Lilambujam Brahmayanti. Lilambujena Sfatika Kudye Upeta Hemni Sammarjativa. At that time, perhaps they are themselves circumambulating or something. Now, the walls are made of crystal, Spatikamani.
Kudya means wall. Kudya, Kudya, Kudya.
I'm telling you, Kudya means wall. And then, they are reflected there. When they are moving round and round, they are reflected in the Spatika crystal walls. Crystal will reflect whatever color is near that. So they all reflect in that lotus. And at that time, they appear as if they are sweeping Hari's house. So what is that Kamala? When they are reflected, when they are moving round and round, they are reflected, and it appears they are sweeping Hari's house. So their apparel, sarees, we don't know. This much meaning Sridhar also is not clear. Some other Tikakar may explain. Vinay Bhakti Bhyam Tatha Lakshate iti. So their sweeping means with modesty and devotion, they're sweeping. That is what Sridhara suggested. Sammarjati is cleaning, sweeping. Charnaravindam Kananti Lilambujan Sfatika Kudde Upeta Hemni Sammarjati. Wow. Upeta Hemni. Oh. Upeta Hemni Spatikamani. That crystals, wall made of crystal is also decorated with gold. So walls are made of crystal, but within those crystal there is gold also. In such walls they are reflected, and it appears as if they are out of modesty and devotion, they are sweeping, cleaning Hari's house. Okay. ठीक है, जितना हुआ उतना बता दिया. वापीषु विद्रुम तटा स्वमलामृताप्सु प्रेष्यान्विता निजवने तुलसी विरीशम अभ्यर्चति स्वलकमुन्न समीक्ष वक्त्रम उच्छेषितम भगवता इति अमतांग यश्री. Syntax. Hey Anga, oh my dear. Brahma telling gods or Maitri telling Vidur? No, Brahma telling gods. Brahma telling gods, oh my dear gods. Yet, that means where? Shri Lakshmi. Nijavane. Nijavane Prosha Anvita Tulasi Vi. So in her own forest, she has grown Tulasi. And by those Tulasi, Tulasi, English I am not to look, no. Basil. Now, Lakshmi, when Lakshmi worships her Lord Hari by the Tulasi grown in her own forest, क्लास चल रहा है, रुके पता नहीं क्या. ओके. निजवने प्रोष्यान्विता. Proshanvita means not planted tulsi, huh? Prosha Anvita, along with her maid servants. Lakshmi along with her maid servants. Proshanvita Lakshmi. Nijavane Tulsi Vi, by Tulsi from her own forest. Isham Abhyarchati worships the Lord. Vidurma Tatasu. Now, coral, you know.
Coral, ocean. In the ocean it is found.
Coral is, yes. On the banks of the ocean, coral is a decorative money. So, coral Bapre, also. There are lakes in Vaikuntha whose banks are made of coral and where water clean like nectar is filled. Amala Amrita Apsu. Amala Amrita Apsu. Apsu means water. Amala means clean. Amrita means nectar. So, like nectar, like clean water in that lakes, and Swalakam Unnasam Vaktram Iksha. Swalakam means what? Big wells. In Hindi, the word is Baudi.
Hair, long hair.
But those long hairs, beautiful long hairs, are reflected in, okay. Instead of lakes, you take Baudis. But Baudi bank, coral, okay. So, big lakes, you may take, okay. Big lakes and banks, coral. In that, they see their own reflection. And what they see, reflection, swalakam, means long, their own long hairs. Unnasam, and their protruding noses, high noses. Iksha, seeing, reflection. Vaktram Ucheshitam Bhagavata. Then they think our mouths have been kissed by the Lord. Ucheshitam Bhagavata Vaktram. Our mouths have been kissed by the Lord. That is what they think when they say their reflections. Iti amata. That means they respect their own reflections or their own self, feeling that Lord has kissed us. What is that you understand? Once more we can repeat. Oh my dear gods, when Lakshmi, along with her maidservants, worships the Lord with Tulsi, then, now who are they? Her dasis. Where from women have come here? The only mention is Proshanvita. From previous shlokas that women are coming. In this shloka, the only mention is maid servants of Lakshmi. So when there are lakes, and lakes have coral banks and nectar like clean water, In that they see their own reflection of long hairs, raised noses, and faces with raised noses, and they think that they are kissed by the Lord, and so they greatly respect those very figures, their own figures. ठीक है, हो गया पूरा.
मनोज, ये भगवता भगवता एतत् अमत अंग.
भगवता उच्छेषितम.
हाँ, नहीं, इसको अगर ब्रेक करेंगे, भगवता एतत् अमत अंग.
भगवता मीन्स बाय भगवान.
ओके, देन एतत्.
उच्छेषितम मीन्स किस्ड.
ओके, देन एतत् अमत अंग. एतत् अमत अंग.
इति अमत. इति अमत. अमत मीन्स they honor themselves.
Yes.
No. This description is not about the maid servants. Lakshmi herself, then it carries meaning. Lakshmi herself with her maid servants is worshipping. And that time she is seeing her own reflection. Lakshmi, she is, now correct meaning I am telling. Lakshmi is worshipping Bhagwan by tulsi grown in her own forest. At that time, she gets reflected in lakes which are coral banks and nectar-like clean water, and there she sees her reflection. She sees a reflection that she has long hair, she has a raised nose, and she feels, I have been kissed by Hari. That is now the clear meaning. Not maid servants are not kissed by Hari. Lakshmi herself, seeing a reflection, sees that she has been kissed by Hari, and so she likes her face more. So these are glory of Lakshmi. Meaning that Lakshmi's glory also is due to the Lord. She honors it because she will kiss by Hari. Now the meaningful meaning has come. Okay? I stand corrected. She is worshipping Hari with her maid servants. At that time, she is seeing her own reflection with long hairs, raised nose, and faces kissed by Hari. And so she respects her own face more. So her beauty and luck is also due to Hari. That last portion is Sridhar's suggestion. Slowly we are going. Yanna vrajanti agavido rachananuvadat shrunvanti ye anya vishaya kukatha matigni yastu shruta hatavagair nurviratta sara tanstan kshipanti asharaneshu tamassu anta. Now, the descriptions are so varied that links you have to think in your mind. The whole description is of Vaikuntha and the people there. Now, Lakshmi is a prominent people there. And so in the last shloka, Lakshmi had come. So Lakshmi's description was completed in this shloka. That's why we were misled, unfortunately. Now, ye agavida rachananuadat na vrajanti ye अन्य विषया मतिग्नि कुकथा शृण्वन्ति या तो श्रुता हतवगै नृभि आत्तसारा तान अशरणेषु तमस्सु क्षिपन्ति. Now contrast, some bad people are being described. Now those people who do not listen to Hari's stories, which is destroyer of sins, and stories about his creation, preservation, destruction of the universe, those stories some people do not hear, and other than those stories, they like stories about wealth and lust, desires. Such stories are destructible, destroying their mind or intellect. They listen to that. Such people do not go to Vaikuntha. For contrast, this has been described. And those useless stories destroy the virtue of those people, and they are thrown in bottomless hells, supportless hells. This is a matter of great sorrow. Word by word. Agavida rachananu adatna vrajanti. Do not listen to Rachananuvad, means stories about creation, etc., construction of this Prithvi, Agavida, destroying sins, those stories. Now Vrajanti, they don't go that way. Ye Anya Vishaya, other contents, Matigni, destroying Buddhi, Kukatha, bad stories, Shrunvanti, listen, Yatu Shruta, Hatavagai, and by listening to those luckless people, Nurubi men, Attasara, without any Attasara, they destroy those stories, destroyer of their virtues. Tan Asharaneshu, place of no refuse. Tamasu, dark, Shipanti, they are thrown there. They are word by word. ये व्यर्थितामपि च नो नृगतिं प्रपन्ना ज्ञानं च तत्त्वविषयं सहधर्म यत्र नाराधनं भगवतो वितरन्ति अमुष्य सम्मोहिता विततया बत मायया ते या न अभ्यर्थिताम् अपि नृगतिं प्रपन्नाः. Na means we. Talking is by Brahma. So plural means we gods. We gods. Ya nrugatim abhyarthitam api prapanna. That means that human birth which we gods also covet. That human birth which we gods also are prapanna, we are surrendered to obtaining that. Abhyarchitam, desired by us, prapanna, dedicated to that. Yatra cha dharma sa tattva vishayam. Because in that man's birth only dharma, religion, virtue, practice, and knowledge, fundamental knowledge, tattva. And there, Bhagavata Aradhanam na vitaranti, and they do not worship the Lord. Te bata vitataya mayaya mahita. Vitataya means spread. Bhagavan's maya is well spread, and they are deluded by that well spread maya. So those who do not listen to those stories and do not worship God, because in Manushya Yoni only they could have got bhakti and knowledge, and that Manushya Yoni which we also covet to get, because only in Manushya Yoni this can be done, but they do not do that, though they are Manushas. So they are deluded by Bhagwan's Maya. ठीक है, आ गया पूरा. यश बहुत कम श्लोक है, क्योंकि शब्द भी ऐसे थे. फिर भी एक छोड़ दिया वो इंग्लिश मीनिंग. यच्च व्रजन्ति अनिमिषां मृषा भानुवृत्त्या दूरे मया हि उपरि न स्पृहणीयशीला. अब कहाँ जा रहे हैं हम लोग? बताना था दो असुरों का जन्म, और वर्णन आ रहा है वैकुंठ का, और उनके कॉन्ट्रास्ट में ऑर्डिनरी आदमियों का. दैट इज भागवतम. यच्च ना उपरि ही अनिमिषां वृषभानुवृत्त्या यमा दूरे व्रजन्ति स्पृहणीयशीला मिथा भर्तृ सुयशा कथनानुराग वैक्लव्य बाष्पकलया पुलकी कृतांगा ते तत्र व्रजन्ति. Then who stays in Vaikuntha? These people do not stay in Vaikuntha. Now he is telling who stays in Vaikuntha. Na upari, higher than us, Brahma is stating. Higher than Brahmaloka. Animishan, Animishan, gods. Rishabhanuvritya, followers of God, Hari, Rishabha, bull, followers of Rishabha, that is Hari. Yamadure Vrajanti, they are distant from Yamaraj, god of death. Suraniya Sheela, whose character is praiseworthy. Mitha. Mitha means paraspar. With each other. With each other. Bhartru suyasha kathananuraga vaiklavyam. So, with each other, they tell the stories of Hari. And by that love of theirs, they become what they become. All the body becomes loose. And Bashpa Kalaya, and tears fill their eyes. Pulaki Krutanga, and body is, what do you call it? Romancha?
With joy. Hair stand with joy.
Hair stands on end. Te tatra vrajanti. Such people stay in Vaikuntha. Such people stay in Vaikuntha, where higher than us, followers of God, distant from Yama, praiseworthy character, when they talk with each other about glories of their Lord, then the love within that story loses their bodies and fills their eyes with tears and their hair stand on end. Such people stay in Vaikuntha. Okay? Now, why all this story? Because he is talking of the Sanak Sanandan four people went to such Vaikuntha. There this description has come. When the four people went to Vaikuntha was a statement. And from there we got the description of Vaikuntha. So now concluding that description, he says that Vishwagau Adhikrutam Bhuvanikavandam
Vishwaguru Adhikritam.
Guru Adi. Guru Adi becomes Guru. Guru plus Adi. Misprint in my book. Tad Vishwaguru Adhikrutam. Vishwaguru Adhikrutam. Bhuvanikavandam Divyam Vichitra Vibudagra Vimana Shochi Apu Param Mudama Purvamupetya Yoga Maya Balena Munayas Tad Atho Vikuntham. Atho Munaya. So the story is that those sages, Yoga Maya Balena, by the power of their yoga sadhanas, Maya is not Maya here. Yoga Maya. Yoga Maya is not what we hear, sleeping in Yoga Maya and all that. Trigunatmaka. Yoga sadhana is called Yoga Maya. By the power created by yoga. Balena. Yoga Maya Balena. By the power created by yoga sadhana. Break here, huh? Vishwaguru Adhikrutam. So about Vaikuntha, that where the teacher of the world stays, that is Hari. Bhuvanika Vandyam. It is to be saluted by all other people, that Vaikuntha. Vikuntam means Vaikuntha. Upetya param mudam apu. When they reach that Vaikuntha, such Vaikuntha, when those rishis reach, they felt very happy. Param mudam apu. Okay? अथवा मुनया योगमाया बलेन विश्व गुरु अधिकृतम भुवनैक वंद्यम दिव्यम विचित्रम. These words remain. Divine, vichitram, strange, vibudagra, vimana shochi. Vibudagra means superior gods. Vibudagra means superior gods. Vimana shochi, and that is decorated by airplanes of those superior gods. Tad apurvam Vaikuntram, that unparalleled Vaikuntha. Upetya, having reached that, param mudam apu. They felt very happy. So those munis, when they reached such Vaikuntha, they felt very happy. Okay. Om Janmadasya Tonvayaditarata Charthesha Vidnaswarat Tene Brahma Hridaya Adi Kavai Muyanti Yat Suraya Tejo Varimridam Yatha Vinimayo Yatra Trisargo Mrishat Damna Svena Sada Nirastakvakam Satyam Param Dhimahi. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hare Om Tat Sat. Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu. We could read only 26, that is 8 shlokas only today. And though we left that
meaning,
flowers English translation. So it depends upon the shloka. When the shlokas are easy, smooth sailing, we go forward. We are never